Hello everyone, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Uh, Found another quest, we're just kind of mopping up the area. So let's see what's going on here at the estate.
Traveler, please, have you heard tidings of the Edrold family? I've just come from their manor, and they're gone. Just gone.
Well, tell me what's wrong.
I've just arrived from Wayrest. Preparations are underway for my Arlie and I to be married. When I returned, the estates were deserted. Her family, the servant, gone. I don't know what could have happened to them.
Oh, they got turned into vampires, maybe? Any idea where they might have gone?
No, I don't. Arlie's parents have owned this estate since before I was born. We were to be wed here, but a month from now. I know that Rivenspire has bigger problems right now, but this is my future. Will you help me look for them?
Yeah, sure, we can search together.
Thank you. I'm fairly competent with a dueling blade, but I'm out of my element here. Let's start in the manor house. There has to be some clue there.
What else can you tell me about the situation?
Not much to say, really. I was in Wayrest, sealing writs and appropriating documents in preparation for the wedding. To come back only to find my beloved missing. It's most disheartening.
Your beloved, that would be Early?
The Lady Arlie Edrold, of the Westmark Edrolds. A storied family of some means. Arlie's granddam was a powerful mage, you see. Her adventures took her all over Tamriel. We were betrothed when we were children, and this has been my home ever since.
I see. I like the cow. Disarray.
Quiet as the grave. Wherever they are, they're not here.
Yeah, but most things are packed up.
That trap door led down to an undercroft beneath the manor, but Arlie's mother sealed it up long ago.
Oh, we'll probably check it out regardless. Cannot use it right now. Does that mean that we will... It's broken. Did they just abandon the place? What do we have here? As the eve of Hedric's return approaches, Ariel continues to withdraw into herself. The power Bilkai has over her is overwhelming, and even my motherly attentions lose their effectiveness before her constant presence. Alice confronted Delkai at last. Though I fear it was to no avail, the brute has had time to prepare her arguments, and for the look on my husband's face, they are quite formidable. Okay. He should not have allowed himself to become so attached to the lass. I knew the moment we took her in that no good would come of it. Despite the difficulties in acquiring the necessary materials, everything has been laid out and prepared. Alan is as nervous as I am about what might come. Somehow Dulkai has managed to... Well, even... No matter, I am certain justice will prevail in the end. Oh,
Dulcie was
that's...
causing her worry. The servant? My word! We should search her quarters. Perhaps something there will hint at what happened.
Uh-huh.
Arlie's room. Dear sweet Arlie. If anything's happened to her, I don't know what I'll do.
Eventually you'll go on living. Sorry, talking medicine. Right now, husband's picking up a B12 vitamin, which, it turns out, and I didn't know this, that being deficient in B12, can lead to all kinds of fun things that are irreversible. So, yeah. Not good.
There! Stendar's mercy. Better have left some clue. This might be it.
Oh, he got the book. Oh, hang on. An Orc's Guide to Tamriel. Hey, if you care to read, please pause the video and enjoy.
This seems to be Dulcie's diary. She was concerned. She writes about Arlie's sad smiles. Missing me, no doubt. She brought Arlie flowers. And then they went to the windmill. Oh dear.
What if those two were in love? What's wrong?
Well, it's just that the windmill is our spot. Me and Arlie's. It's where we went to, you know, rendezvous. So why would she take Dulcie there? It doesn't make any sense.
What else does it say?
Not much. Not about that, anyway. Wait. They saw the Baroness hide something away at the windmill. It doesn't say what. Traveler, the Baroness never goes out there. Why would she hide something?
Anything else?
Nothing. Nothing. But I'm shaking like a leaf. Here, take it away from me. Let's go. Let's check out the windmill.
Servant and her fell in love? Eh?
When we were children, Arlie and I came here to get away from the world. I wouldn't give to have her with us now.
Let's handle. Okay, let's just check the... oh my. Toolbox.
That's the key to the Undercroft. That must have been what the Baroness hid here. Why? We should investigate.
We will in a second. My daughter has become quite maudlin since Patrick left for Wayras. I've assured her that all will be right when he returns, but she remains quiet door. Quiet door. I've taken the liberty of sending to Fell's Run for some port. Such is hard to come by with the growing trouble in the region. The spirits from the harbors of Somerset are always a welcome reprieve from our local distillations. Surely their bright, sunny notes will bring her aught but cheer. Uri came to me this evening in tears. It would seem Delka simpleton that she is, has managed to cause her no end of distress. While I can understand how it might be difficult for her to fathom that she does harm with her attentions, that is no excuse. If only her, if only Fenric were here, his constant company has always comforted our dearest daughter. What I wouldn't give for him to return on the morrow. No matter how strongly I word my arguments, Alan seems unconcerned. He's rather attached to the servant girl. Doesn't he see what's at stake here? If Dulkai is allowed to interfere with our daughter's wedding, it could ruin us all. Ugh. Such self-indulgence is abominable. I'll not allow her to continue this harassment.
Arlie told her mother. Then it's true. It's all true.
Quiet you. I'll try and remember to come back for that chest. There was a bag up here, wasn't there? All this is irrelevant, huh? Okay. Interesting. So we're going to go into the basement. No. Undercroft? That's from the basement. My bad.
The Undercroft. Steel yourself. We don't know what's down there.
Water? Let's see. Number 2. Alan continues to believe this association between our daughter and Dilkai is but a passing fancy, that we should allow it to play out. He hasn't had to look into her eyes and see the terrible divide it has created within her. She is torn with herself, and I will not watch her rent asunder while we stand helpless by. If he will not do anything about it, I shall take matters into my own hands. Went to talk with the constable today, only to find her in her cups. It would seem our estate is not alone in its troubles. There has been a power shift in Felsrun. Her replacement was not helpful, nor was he forthcoming as to why. Okay, well, if it's magic, I don't have a problem interfering here. It would seem the town will no longer bother itself with our affairs, nor ensure our protection. The nerve of the man. When this business with Delkai is settled, I'll have strong words for his superiors in Thornhelm. Opened the Undercroft for the first time in ages. When we locked it up after Alan's mother died, I'd hoped we would never open it again. But it's my only hope now. I have found it! A ragged old book detailing what is necessary to contact Mirun's Dagon, Daedric Prince of Change. This is going to go well. If any can alter our fate, it will be him. The ritual seems simple enough, though I know dabbling with even the simplest of conjurations can prove dangerous. Still, what choice do I have? Try communication. I've dispatched a courier to Shornhelm for the necessary components. We'll have to be discreet about it, but I trust Allison to be discreet.
Arlie's mother did this? She summoned a Daedric prince to... But why?
The cow?
Stendarr's mercy!
Oh, don't go running up there.
What is that? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, don't go there. Okay, let's see. Tome of the Daedric Portals. Note to self. Remember, the most important thing is to pay homage to the flames of Deadland's fist. First, as I discussed in the Lambert Bridges transplanting circumpenetration of the layman requires the cooperation, implicit or otherwise, of a Daedra Lord. Unfortunately for the conjurer of modest means, the process described is costly, highly esoteric, and impossibly dangerous. Fortunately for the practically minded practitioner of conjurational studies, there is another option. Oh boy. Dregs of the Deadlands have been known to offer the use of existing sigil stones in crossing the traverse. Though the purpose of said beings must be regarded with wary suspicion, it is frequently possible to engage in transluminal studies with minimal risk to one's person, especially if one goes between one's go-between is supplied with sufficient motive. Deadlands, of course, are filled with searing heat and suffocating ash, but if you find a way to quench these things, their secrets and those of oblivion itself lie at your fingertips. Oh crap. Take this heed then, and read well of what fates befell those who first attempted contact with these domains. First there was a scholar, Thurin, who thought the sheer power of elemental fire would be enough to initiate contact with Dremora of the Deadlands. Though his attempts was impressive indeed, the fire instilled in the walls of his hovel would go on to spark one of the worst wildfires in Linwood history. It ultimately proved futile. His ashes were never recovered. Believing Darren was onto something, Ulpian of First Hold sought to insulate the flames with compacted earth. By all accounts, he nearly succeeded, but when his chambers burst from the wall of the crystal tower, his apparatus lost focus, collapsing the gateway upon itself. In the end, it was the Naga, Avumar, who multifarious approach led to the final revelation. Once the flames were ignited, it was Avumar who sought to use an earth vessel to convert the immense energy into steam. Once her boiler reached sufficient temperature, she was able to converse with a Dremora of some power on the other side. Relieved, no doubt, at her success in the face of her predecessor's failure, Avumar quickly agreed to the terms of the Dremora's contract. An ominous decision, it turns out, that ultimately led to the fall of Thorn. Take care, therefore, in your attempts to contact the Deadlands, for good seldom comes out of these arrangements made in haste with creatures to call it home. Uh-huh. Hang on, what's that? Is that? Nope. Okay. We have flame. Okay, so we just need to get the right order. No, what am I doing? It's fire. First fire, then earth, then water.
What did you just do? It's getting hot over here.
Oh, step back. It's going to get a lot worse.
The air is starting to fill with dust.
And here's the water.
I did it. Ollie!
Thrice damned hero you are. If my ribs weren't so bruised, I'd give you a hug.
Okay.
Thank the Eight. When we found the portal closed, I feared the worst.
Are you alright?
A little tired, but unhurt. Dulcie and I managed to overpower our captors. Mother and Father, they're still trapped. I'm afraid to ask, but would you be willing to look for them?
Of course.
Frederick brought you, didn't he? I knew he'd not forget me, but I worried. Dulcie, will you go with our new friend? I need a moment with Frederick.
Oh, well, Frederick insisted I help.
Oh, I knew he wouldn't abandon me. Thank you for coming. If we get through this, we will be in your debt.
How did you get here?
During the night, there was a crash, and then these terrible creatures crawled up out of the basement. Father, he tried to fight them off, but they overwhelmed him. They caught us and dragged us here, to this awful place.
Did you see where they took your parents?
No, but there are ruins everywhere. Maybe near one of those? I'm sorry, but I'm not sure.
Let's get moving. Arlie, be safe.
Alright, let's save them.
Please, don't tell Arlie this. Your mother's responsible for this. She's not happy to see us.
Okay, hang on. Do we know who? Alan gets saved first. Don't worry, coming into these Oblivion dimensions are an old hat.
Hey, over here, help, please! Daedra everywhere. Took my wife, my daughter.
Your daughter is safe. I'll find your wife. Get to the portal, now.
I don't know who you are, stranger, but thank you. Be careful. These Daedra, they're animals.
Some are. Some are something else entirely. Now, can we kind of make this jump? Probably not. So let's just book it. Ah! Um... Scamps are very well camouflaged in this environment. Hi, how are you doing? Okay. Wait, do we have another scamp? Can't see. Yes, we do. Let's get some heavy strikes then. There we go. If those two women have fallen in love, they belong together.
This lava goes on as far as I can see. How can anything live in this place?
Come on. I should scold the mother for doing this, I think. Yeah. Let's go this way. We'll take on these two.
I don't want to die.
Well, what did you expect when you concocted this dumbass scheme? Hang on, what?
The Daedra. They took my little girl, Arlie. Have you seen my Arlie?
She's safe.
Oh, thank Julianos. I should have never gone into the Undercroft. I should have never taken that key.
Why did you?
Ask Dolke. None of this would have happened if she... But it doesn't matter now. I just want Arlie to be happy again. Is that so wrong?
You put her in danger.
You're right. I should have listened to Alan. He said we should just wait it out. He was right.
Get to safety. Your daughter is waiting.
One last thing. The Daedric Lord here, Valark, has a relic called a Sigil Stone. It's attuned to our manor in Rivenspire. If it isn't destroyed, she could come through at any time. Please, promise me you'll destroy it.
I shall destroy it.
Thank you. Julianos guide you in your quest.
Can I send you back? I would like to send you back.
We're nearly there. Soon we can put this whole terrible experience behind us.
Was that? Oh, that is a scamp. Okay. Well, we're gonna.
That's where we keep the Sigil Stone.
We'll have to deal with another player here.
Another mortal come to play?
You are such a minor demon. Seriously.
Well now, I've broken a sweat. I've not had this much fun in ages.
You've broken more than a sweat.
Funny. She's not as scary now. Arlie.
Why did she run off?
My friend, you are truly a hero worthy of song. I can't begin to express the depth of my thanks. You've done so much for me already. Might I ask your advice?
Advice about what?
My future. As we've walked together, I've come to see how small my life really is. If you hadn't come along, my dearest Arlie and her family would be dead. And perhaps myself as well. I feel... perhaps I should strike out on my own. Become like you.
Stay here, be happy with what you have. It's never too late to learn to defend yourself and those you love.
Sage advice. So be it. Once the estate has returned to order, I will return to Wayrest and enlist in the Guard. I will miss my Arlie dearly, but at least when I return, it will be as her capable defender. I am sure she'll wait for me.
Such an awful place. I could have lived my entire life without knowing of such things.
That's understandable. If only the game would let polyamory take place, if everybody could agree the three of them could be together in a close triad and be happy, or open triad, who knows? If it was for them. Upstairs.
And everything goes back to the way it was? I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you mean?
Federic's back, and Arlie, she really does care for him. Seeing the look on her face as he stepped through that portal. Look, I'm just a servant. If me being around causes problems for her, maybe I shouldn't stay.
Listen. Arlie needs people she can rely on. You've more than proven yourself.
You're right. How could I ever consider abandoning her? She needs me now, more than ever. Before you go, Arlie wants to speak with you. She's waiting for you just outside.
Possible to love more than one person.
Oh, our savior, thank you again for everything you've done.
You wish to speak to me?
Only to say that without you, none of this would have been possible. My father, my mother, Dulki, maybe even Federic, we would all be dead right now. If you ever have need of a home, please, you will be welcome here.
Okay.
Arlie, Baron, I'm leaving.
Federic! But you've just returned.
I know, my love, but please hear me out. I am a weak man. I have no knowledge of combat or the world. If this were to happen again, if raiders were to attack, or one of the Covenant's many enemies, there is nothing I could do to stop them. I will not be a slave to the whims of fate. When I return, if I return, I will be better able to defend us from the many dangers of this world.
Is there nothing I can say to make you stay?
No, my love. I've made up my mind about this.
I have truly no say in the matter?
If something happened to you, I would never forgive myself. So I must go.
Then go.
Take care, my love.
Frederick.
Will there be more? Oops.
It's so strange to have Frederick return after all this time, only to leave again. But I think I'm done being lonely. Dulcie has been wonderful to me. It's time I gave her a chance.
I'll be more understanding with Dulcie, I promise. With Frederick leaving, mind you, I still don't approve. But she is a good lass. She doesn't deserve what I did to her.
There are some parallels that one can draw. I'll leave those up to the individuals who watch this.
Our home is yours to stay in for as long as you like. It's the least we can do.
Well, I'm seeing if she is around, because after doing all that talking, let's see, and then I'll wrap up. In here? No. So everything got smashed and turned over because the demons came up. Okay, well, fair enough. Anybody in the basement? I can go down there. Kinda nice down there. It's not here. Dun 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 bum. Is she in here? No, she just magically vanished. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are new to the channel, you can do the whole subscribe thing, bell notifications, and all of that stuff. Are we done for this area now? Yes, we are. I'll have to see if there's more quests to find that we haven't done. Yes, we still got that one turned in. Anyways, there's also a few links in the description down below should you wish to check those out. But until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye.